And even more troubling news in the classroom. Schools are bracing for tough times ahead as the $200 million pandemic relief funds will run out this September. This money helped hire counselors, reading specialists, other support staff to address the challenges of the pandemic. Nearly half of the funds were used to boost teacher salaries amid a teacher shortage. And the grants have also been used to help students with mental health and improving test score problems stemming from the pandemic. Joining us now is Lindsay Dworkin, Senior Vice President of Policy and Government Affairs at Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. She was formerly a Deputy Assistant Secretary at the U.S. Department of Education in the Obama administration and also a member of Biden's transition team. Welcome to you. Thank you for being here to talk about this important issue. I'm curious, do you believe that schools are prepared for this money to run out come September, that they have a plan in place to make up the difference?
Yeah, well, thanks so much for inviting me. Tougher times are definitely ahead. So on average, ESSER funds have been a 10% supplement to district budgets. That money, as you mentioned, has been really essential in helping schools do everything from hire more teachers and support staff to invest in tutoring and other interventions. And as we know from the research of my organization and that of others, learning disruptions from COVID are far from over. So schools are going to be trying to continue to close learning gaps, especially for historically underserved students with fewer resources at their disposal. So it's going to be hard.
The quality of education suffered during the pandemic, there's no doubt. A lot of kids were learning at home in different ways. How far behind, Lindsay, do you think we are?
You know, it varies a lot by kid, by grade level, by subject, but unsurprisingly, students who were farther behind and struggling before the pandemic are the ones farther behind now. So for kids who are in low-income schools, students of color, like many of them are months and months, up to a year behind in their ability to sort of where they would have been absent the pandemic. Other kids are roughly, where they would be had the pandemic not occurred. So it just varies hugely based on sort of kids and subject area. But the point is that the ESSER funds have been providing really essential support for schools as they have tried to meet really diverging needs of their students.
I think what's been evident is we need that extra support. So long-term plan, what might that look like to get so many schools and our kids the resources that they need and the teachers?
Yeah, well, I mean, so the really good news out of this is that we've tried a lot of different things with the federal money, and there's a consensus emerging about what works for kids. Sort of three big things. One, keeping kids in school and how important it is to address things like chronic absenteeism, high dosage tutoring, and extending instructional time. So as tough choices have to be made, I think parents, communities, we can all push for the money that we do have to be spent on things that matter most for kids. And then we do, I think, in the long term, have to find a way to make these essential interventions a permanent part of our school system. The pandemic is sort of far from over and how it has disrupted student learning, and we just must not view it as sort of a short-term event in our lives that then resulted in a few years where we could make up some ground, but rather we need sort of permanent shifts in how we think about education and the funding to match. And I think it's really hard to imagine how we do that in the long term without more state and particularly federal resources to make that possible.
Right, and partnering with parents too. We had the story a moment ago that kids need help with communication skills, basic sharing with peers and other things. Talk about the parental role or the caregiver role in partnering with teachers and educators to help provide the best opportunities for our kids in the school come fall.
Yeah, well, obviously parents are the most important factor in their students' success. And so they know best what their students need. I think obviously investing and sort of understanding using data to really know where your own kid is and what kind of support they need, and then partnering with your teacher. There is such a crucial role for parents to play, not only in supporting the success of their own students and getting your kids sort of the tutoring, the extra support, taking advantage of all the programs your schools offer, but then also being advocates for focusing on data and evidence-based interventions, focusing on the things that we know work, and the need for sort of longer-term funding for from state government, from federal government to keep the interventions working.
Yeah, tougher times ahead, but I hear there's a lot of positive things that we can learn about what we've been through and how we move forward in a good direction. Lindsay Dworkin, good to talk to you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.